Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Khamal Itma'ana from Studi number 2052-4021. In this video, I will present a summary of the materials that we have learned throughout the Islamic Studies Methodology course. These topics help us understand Islam is not only as a religion but also an academic field that can be studied through various approaches, methods, and perspectives. Let's begin with the first topic. Introduction to Islamic Studies Methodology. Islamic Studies Methodology is the study of methods, approaches, and frameworks used to understand Islam comprehensively. It helps researchers and students analyze Islamic teachings objectively and systematically. Through methodology, Islamic studies become more scientific, organized, and relevant to contemporary issues, and then history and development of Islamic studies. The development of Islamic studies began during the early period of Islam, when scholars focused on understanding the Quran and Hadith. Over time, Islamic scholarships expand into fields such as theology, jurisprudence, philosophy, history, and science. Islamic studies continue to develop in various regions of the world, including the Middle East, Europe, and Southeast Asia. Today, Islamic studies are taught in universities and research institutions globally, demonstrating their academic significance. And then religion in human life. Religion plays an important role in human life because it provides guidance, meaning, and purpose. Religion functions spiritually by strengthening the relationship between humans and God. It also serves moral, social, and psychological functions by guiding behavior, building social solidarity, and providing inner peace. Furthermore, religion influences family life, education, society, and personal decision-making. In the modern era, religion faces challenges such as globalization, technological development, secularization, and digitalization, yet it continues to remain an important foundation for ethical living. And then characteristics and dimensions of Islamic teachings. Islam is a comprehensive religion that regulates both spiritual and worldly aspects of life. Its teachings are based on the Quran and Sunnah of Nabi Muhammad. Islam consists of several dimensions. The first is Aqidah, which concerns faith and belief. The second is Sharia, which regulates worship and social interactions. The third is Akhlaq, which emphasizes moral values and ethical behavior. Together, these dimensions create a balanced way of life for Muslims. And then Islam as a cultural phenomenon. Islam is not only a religion, but also a cultural phenomenon. As Islam spread to different regions, it interacted with local traditions and cultures. This interaction created diverse expression of Islamic culture in architecture, art, literature, education, and social practice. Although cultural expressions may differ across societies, the fundamental principles of Islam remain the same. This demonstrates the flexibility of Islam in adapting to different cultural contexts. Approaches in Islamic studies. Islam can be studied through various approaches. The theological approach focuses on religious belief and doctrines. The historical approach examines the development of Islam throughout history. The sociological approach analyzes Islam within society and social institutions. Meanwhile, the anthropological approach studies Islamic practice and traditions in everyday life. Using multiple approaches allows researchers to gain a deeper and more comprehensive understanding of Islam. And then methods in Islamic studies. Methods in Islamic studies refer to systematic ways of investigating the Islamic teachings and phenomena. These methods include textual analysis, historical analysis, comparative analysis, and field research. A proper method helps scholars produce reliable and objective knowledge. Therefore, methodology is essential for conducting academic studies for Islam. Religious research and Islamic research. Religious research generally examines religion as a social and cultural phenomenon. It often uses scientific methods from social science. On the other hand, Islamic research focuses specifically on Islamic teachings, texts, institutions, and practice. Both types of research contribute to a broader understanding of religion and society. And then, models of tafsir research. Tafsir research studies the interpretation of the Quran. Scholars analyze how verses are understood, interpreted, and applied in different contexts. Several methods are commonly used, including thematic interpretation, comparative interpretation, and analytical interpretation. Through tafsir research, Muslims can better understand the meanings and message of the Quran. And then, models of Hadith research. Hadith research focuses on the sayings, actions, and approvals of Prophet Muhammad. Researchers examine the authenticity of Hadith through the study of chains of transmission, known as sanad, and the content of the Hadith, known as matan. This process helps determine whether a Hadith is authentic, reliable, or weak. And then ijtihad as a source of and methods of Islamic studies. Ijtihad refers to intellectual effort in deriving legal rulings from Islamic sources when clear guidance is not explicitly available. Ijtihad is important because it enables Muslims to address new issues that arise in changing times. It demonstrates that Islam has mechanisms for responding to contemporary challenges while remaining faithful to its core principles. And next, Islam in the era of globalization. Globalization has created opportunities and challenges for Muslim societies. Advances in communication and technology allow Islamic knowledge to spread more quickly across the world. However, globalization also introduced cultural changes, ideological influences, and social challenges. Therefore, Muslims must balance openness to global developments with commitment to Islamic values. And next, contemporary Islamic dynamics. Contemporary Islamic dynamics refer to current issues and development affecting Muslim communities. This includes discussions about democracy, human rights, gender issues, education, technology, environmental concerns, and interfaith relations. Islamic scholars continue to explore ways of addressing these issues through Islamic perspective while engaging with modern realities. And next, areas of Islamic studies. Islamic studies cover many fields including Quran studies, Hadith studies, Islamic law, theology, Islamic history, Islamic philosophy, Islamic education, and Islamic economics. The diversity of these fields shows that Islam can be studied from many perspectives and contributes to various aspects of human knowledge. In conclusion, the Islamic Studies Methodology course has provided a comprehensive understanding of Islam from historical, theological, cultural, and academic perspectives. Through this course, I learned that Islam is not only a religion of worship but also a source of knowledge that guides human life in many dimensions. The various approaches, methods, and research models discussed throughout the semester help us study Islam critically, systematically, and responsibly. Personally, this course has broadened my perspective on how Islamic teachings can be understood and applied in contemporary society. It has also shown the importance of balancing religious values with intellectual inquiry in order to address modern challenges effectively. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.